We had 1 month to produce all of TimeLab. We had no script, we had no story, we had no volunteers when we started.
It was pretty crazy.
A lot of it was kind of like a blur to me. Ironically, even though it was TimeLab, we had no time. We absolutely had no time to produce anything.
At the beginning of the production, I had a prayer with God and I told him, Lord, this is impossible. But if your hand is on it, then I know you're going to be faithful.
Originally, when I came on to help with TimeLab, I was one of the worship leaders. We had to learn almost, I think, 12 to 13 songs in, I think, like 2 weeks and learn all the motions on our own. And man, it was just really hard to do that.
We were in this room and we were in film editing room and there were a lot of us in there and we were crunched for time. And so a lot of us, we decided to bring our own sleeping bags and we decided to take naps in there. And I remember one guy decided to bring his own hammock and seriously, like non-stop, we were editing, we were filming. We didn't get enough sleep.
My responsibilities as a cast member was to improvise most of the time. There was no script.
We're always thinking about what to do for the next day. And so like me having to just put myself out there, improvising everything. The first time I found the watch and I flew to the future. And I remember I had to act in front of this huge green screen thing we had. And I was like, whoa, but there's like nothing there. And so I remember like having to imagine that and like, but I think actually seeing what it looks like after, I think that's what I thought was like, dang, that's dope.
We were making like exercise videos, we were making commercials and all of those things. And one of the things that I remember is we were making one of these commercials. It's called Nano Bubbles. And I remember sitting in the office trying to think of like, okay, what is some kind of jingle we could make? I just remember us like making the tune. I think people will ask, why are we making commercials for TimeLab, like in the whole program? But I really see that each and every single part that went into the whole program, that they're all parts in bringing joy to the students that are watching.
The most memorable part of TimeLab was not actually the filming and the editing, although that was really fun. It was actually seeing the kids participating in TimeLab. That's what really touched me. It was a huge blessing to see how God was moving through TimeLab in all of these households and churches around the country, even around the world.
I got to see it with my sister, and it was just so memorable for me because everything led up to that moment. And when I saw my sister's face, you could just tell she was having such a good time.
I saw God move in our production by the sheer number of volunteers, not just from our own church, but volunteers outside of our own church too. So I saw from churches all over the greater Seattle area coming together and helping each other out, serving each other.
God was bringing people. God really gave us clarity. I took a step back after we finished everything and saw that God was actually in every single part of the whole production.
Just the strength that was given to every single cast member and production crew member and everyone just to get this done was God and only God.
Our tagline is where God is up to something good, and we really believe in that. We want God to use Hero Academy to share His love to the kids and families all over the world. And so we see churches participating with us. Families from different countries are going to join us this summer. And we just want to bring salvation into their household. We want to bring hope.
One of the things I'm very, very excited for and hopeful for is that we're going to produce something that's not only for us, but for a lot of children across the world.